Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Urban Legends video. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, so I thought I would mix in one with an Urban Legend of the Week. And in keeping with the theme tied to the Urban Legends or others of the week, basically I'll just pick whatever random page lands and then talk about it here. Now for starters, this urban legend is false, so it's had some years where it's been in existence and it's been found to be proven false. But as always, it's good to talk about these urban legends because still they did permeate within several areas, either on the internet or through email or probably even through text, who knows, but it did spread and then people did talk about it, and then just like most other things in life when it comes to urban legends, it dwindled down. But who knows, it may still come back yet again, like past examples have shown of urban legends, and then that way it'll become a topic once again. So it has to do with the urban legend of a child drowning after jumping into the water because they thought they saw Spongebob Squarepants, either his home in the water or Spongebob Squarepants himself in the water. And it has to do with the idea that this child is so young that they can't tell obviously what's real and what's fake, and maybe they see something in the water, and so because of it, they love SpongeBob SquarePants. They thought it is him or his home, and so they jump after it and then drown. So, what is this rumor? When did it start? So you have to go back in time just a little bit. Back to the early 2000s. It probably started on email. Who knows who started it? Who knows who spread it? But slowly but surely, at least through email first, you'll see some snippets of it here. There was a lot of emails being sent to a lot of different people about this rumor. It's one of those things where SpongeBob SquarePants was at its popularity. It's probably still as popular today. I don't know. I've never seen one episode of the show. I'm sure it's very fascinating and interesting. People love it. It's just not my thing, I guess. But even then, people were very interested in it. So once something like this is a good rumor or a good urban legend and people start thinking that it's fact, you better believe this is going to spread. Especially the idea that Nickelodeon ends up canceling it. So in summation, basically it's like this. There's various versions of it, but it's like this. Somewhere there was a child, no name given, no location given, but there was a child that was somewhere near water. Maybe they were there swimming with their parents, maybe they were there fishing with their parents, who knows. But the idea goes that they see something in the water. It's either a pineapple, what a pineapple would be doing in the water, who knows, as far as in real life, like who would throw a pineapple in the water, or it could be like a fake toy, like a SpongeBob SquarePants toy that somehow got lost and was drifting in the water. But this child saw it, and being so young, the child didn't realize, 2 plus 2, that this is not a real thing. But in their excitement, and because they were so I guess fascinated with SpongeBob SquarePants and thinking that there would be a good chance to meet him, they jumped right in the water, much to the shock of their parents, and then ended up drowning. Maybe it's in some iterations it's by a river, in other ones it's in the ocean. So whatever happens to be with water, essentially, and then this child making the wrong choice, unfortunately, then they end up dying, and then that's where Nickelodeon steps in and then says, because of this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cancel this show because it's causing an undue influence upon children. Of course, now that the passage of time has occurred, none of that has been found true. Nobody has stated anything as far as a true case of a child drowning because they saw something like that, either a pineapple or a SpongeBob SquarePants toy. Nothing as far as Nickelodeon taking on their case and saying that, hey, we're going to cancel the show because of this, because we want to make sure that no other children are influenced in this manner. Everything was false. But it goes to show again that how much this stuff spreads, because when you take the idea of an urban legend and you tie it in with a popular kids show and then the tragedy of something happening to a kid, then it definitely makes for a fascinating email, something that people will spread like wildfire shortly afterward. Now let's go with the fact that, let's say this was true, and then unfortunately there was a child that was accidentally, dead because of what happened. Here's most likely what would have occurred. No doubt Nickelodeon would have stepped in. They would have said something along the lines of, hey, for the time being, and to make sure that, let's say, that for the sake of what has occurred, we're gonna put SpongeBob on a temporary hold. That's most likely what happens in these cases. I wish there's some examples of it in the past. Where something occurs and it kind of makes things bad for whatever is occurring in terms of a show or a movie. So the thing is that stuff is placed on hold. The only example that comes to mind though is more of a permanent one. Obviously, what's happening with this Cosby guy and his show. That stuff it's continuously ongoing. Otherwise, it would have been a temporary thing. But you saw the after effects of it. I believe it was Netflix first removed the show, and then some of the other ones. I think even Nickelodeon removed his show from reruns, and it was just on a temporary basis. But then when things started to really turn bad with Bill Cosby and his ongoing mess and the stuff, the bad things that he's done, then all of a sudden now it's turned permanent. So that's a good example to showcase here. Most likely, though, in the case of SpongeBob, the Nickelodeon company would have made it temporary. Probably would have made it off for about 6 months to a year, let the stuff die down when it comes to the bad publicity, and then they would have brought him back as something else because at the end of the day, SpongeBob SquarePants is a big money making machine when it comes to kids, and he does have good messages from what I've read about SpongeBob SquarePants. Again, I've never seen the show, but he seems to have a good moral theme. He seems to be a good influence on kids. He basically has good ethics, so it's definitely would have been something where popularity would have brought him back. But that's it. That's the urban legend of the kid drowning looking for SpongeBob SquarePants. If anyone has any more information pertaining to this, even if someone even has any proof, let's say one of you out there might have seen this email come around and then seen it and then probably maybe thought it was real or just thought that it was just rubbish, please post your personal experience below. And as I mentioned near the beginning, there's always the chance that this stuff could come back. It's history. It'll always repeat itself. Someone will state or start something again, maybe a meme, who knows. And then when that happens, that's when the SpongeBob SquarePants rumor could start, or urban legend could start yet one again. So, well, all right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care.